All right.
Are you good men and true?
Yeah, or else it were a pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, never Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
Hugh Oatcake, sir, or George Seagull, for they could both write and read. Yes.
Come hither, neighbour Seacole. God has blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favoured man is a gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which,
Ah, yes, you have. Why, I knew it'd be your answer. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. Therefore, bear you the lantern. The lantern. Very good. A little higher there. Now, this is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagrant men and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Why then take no note of him, but presently let him go and call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he shall not stand, when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You should also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable, and not to be endured.
We would rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
You sound like a most ancient and quiet watchman. I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not, sir?
Why then let them alone till they are sober. And if they make you not then the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. Therefore, the less you make and meddle with such men, why, the more for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your Truly, by your office you may, but I think those that touch dirt will be defiled. Therefore, the most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself for what he is, and steal out of your presence.
You've always been called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, least of all a man who hath any honesty in him.
And if you should hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her to steal it.
Yeah, but how often nurse be asleep and will not hear it?
Why, then depart in peace, and let the child wake her with her crying. For as I always say, the ewe that will not hear her calf when it bays, will not answer her lamb when it bleats.
Yes, it is very true.
This is the end of your charge. You, constable, are to represent the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you must stay him.
No. By Our Lady, that I think he could not.
5 shillings to warrant it with anyone who knows the statutes. He may marry, not without the prince be willing, for the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offence to stay a man against his will.
Oh, my lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, I bid you good night. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and should any matter of chance occur, call me up. Come, neighbour. Save that for later.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us go and sit on this church bench until 2. Then off to bed.
Neighbours, I pray you, watch about Signor Leonato's door tonight, for the wedding being there tomorrow, there's a great clamour this evening. Yes, well, adieu, be vigilant, I beseech you.
What? Conrade!
Stand up!
Conrade, I say! 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones, well, poor ones will make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
Thou shows that thou art inexperienced. Thou knows of how a man loves a doublet or a hat or a cloak. But it means nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparent.
I mean the fashion.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
Oh, seest thou what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know this deformed. He has been a vile thief this last 7 years and has gone up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Didst thou hear somebody?
No, it was the vein on the house.
Seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is? How giddily he goes about all the hot bloods of 14 and 5 and 13. How sometimes like pharaohs, soldiers in a richy painting, sometimes like gold-veiled priests in the old church window, sometimes like the shaven Hercules in the smirched worm-eaten tapestry, where his codpiece seems as messy as his club.
All this I see, and I see that the fashion wears out more apparel than the man. But art not thou thyself giddy with the fashion too, that thou hast shifted out thy tale into telling me of the fashion?
No, not so neither. No, tonight I wooed Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Lady Hero by the name of Hero. She leans out in her lady's window and bids me 1,000 times to die. I tell this tale by thee, for the Prince Claudio, my master, planted and placed and possessed by Don John, swore far from the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was Hero?
The two of them did. Ah, but the devil, my master, he knew it was Margaret. And partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, partly by the jar, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away with Glorio, enraged, swore he'd meet Hero the next morning at the temple, as planned, and there, in front of the whole congregation, shamed with what he saw, and sent her home without her husband.
We charge you by the prince's name! Or I must have constable, we have here recovered the most dangerous piece of literature though ever known in Commonwealth.
Masters! Masters!
If you believe bring the forth, I warn you.
Masters, speak! We charge you to let us obey you. Go with us!
You may like to make a good set of bills with these men.
Come, we'll obey you.
Troth, I think your other gown were better.
No, pray thee, good man, all about this.
By my troth, your cousin would say so.
My cousin's the form, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this.
I like the new attire with an excellently. If the hair were a thought browner and the gown's most excellent fashion. In faith, I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown they praised.
That exceeds, they say.
Oh, but a nightgown in respect of yours. Cloth of gold and cut, lace with silver, set with pearls, down sleeves, side sleeves, skirts with a round underbone and a bluish tinsel, but for a fine, quaint, excellent fashion. Yours is worth 10 on't.
God give thee joy to bear it, for my heart is exceeding heavy.
'Twill be heavier soon by the weight of a man.
Why, Truby, I'm not ashamed.
That lady of speaking honourably, is not marriage honourable in a beggar? Is not your lord honourable without marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reverence a husband, and bad thinking do not rest in true speaking, I'll offend nobody. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? None, I think, and it be the right husband and the right wife. Otherwise it is light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice, else here she comes.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sweet hero.
Why, how nice. You can see
out of all the tunes, methinks.
Let us break into lighter love. That goes without a burden. Do you sing it and I'll dance it?
You light in love with your heels. Then if your husband has staples enough, you'll see that's no balm.
Oh, illegitimate construction. I'll scorn that with my heels.
'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousins. Time you were ready.
By my troth, I am exceeding ill. Hey-ho.
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband.
And the letter that begins them all, H.
Why, and that not be turned up? There's no more sailing by the star.
What means the fool, I wonder?
Nothing I, but God send everyone's their heart's desire.
These first pants sent me. They're an excellent fashion.
I'm stuffed, cousin, I cannot spell.
A maiden stuffed. There's goodly catching a cold.
God help me. God help me. How long have you professed quick wit?
Ever since you left it. Doth my wit become me rarely?
'Tis not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. Now my troth I am sick.
Get you some of this Cardinus Benedictus and place it on your heart. 'Tis the only thing for a qual.
There, thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus. Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus.
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant pure, holy thistle. You may think, perchance, that I think you are in love. Nay, by our lady, I'm not such a fool to think what I list, nor I list not what to think I can. Nay, I cannot think my heart out of thinking that you are in love, or that you can be in love, or that you will be in love. Yet Benedick was such another, and now he has become mad. He swore he would never marry, and yet in despite of his heart he eats his meat without grudging, and how you may be converted I know not. Methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
Oh, what pace is this thy tongue keep?
Not a false scallop.
Madam, withdraw. The Prince Don John will gallop to town and come to fetch you. Perhaps dress me good casket back in Ursula.
Would you with me, honest neighbour?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray. Do you see this busy time with me?
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yeah, in truth, it is, sir.
A good old man, sir. His wits not as sharp as God would desire, I wish they were, but honest, sir, he is, by my faith, as the skin between his brows.
I thank God I am as honest as any man living. That is, an old man and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. A few words, neighbour Verges?
Neighbours, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are only the poor duke's officers. But for my own part, were I as tedious as a king, I could find in my heart to bestow it all of your worship.
All thy tedious on me, eh?
Aye, and for it worth 1,000 times more than 'tis, for I've heard as good an exclamation on your worship as of any man in Messina, and though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
Well, I'd be glad to know what it is you have to say.
Margaret, our walk tonight have taken a couple of as arrant knaves as any.
A good old man, sir. He'll be talking, as they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. good to see. Well said, neighbour Verges. Well said. Well, God is to be worshipped, and when two men ride of a horse, one must ride behind. But honest, sir, by my troth is, as any man who ever broke bread. Alas, poor neighbour.
Indeed, neighbour, he comes too short of you.
Oh, well, gifts that God grants.
I must leave you.
Look, one word more, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended two auspicious persons, and would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Well, take their examination yourself and bring it to me. I'm now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
But it shall be suffragance.
My lord, they stay here to give your daughter to her husband.
I'll wait upon them. I'm ready.
Come, good neighbour, get you to Francis Seacole, bid him bring his pen and his inkhorn to the jail. We are to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely, Dogberry. We will spare for no wit, I warrant it. Here's what will drive some of them to a bewilderment. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail.
Jail, yes. Come, good neighbour.
Now, Friar Francis, be brief only to the plain form of marriage and shall recount their particular duties afterwards.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No. To be married to her, Friar, you come to marry.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If I really know any inward impediments why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
No, my lord.
Know you any counts?
I dare to make his answer none. Oh, what men may do. What men dare do. What men daily do, not knowing what they do.
How now? Interjection. Why then some be a laughing.
Stand thee by, Friar. Father, by your leave, do you, with free and unconstrained soul, give me this maid, your daughter, as freely, son, as God did give me her. And what have I to give you back which may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you rend her again.
Oh, sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. Leonato, take her back again! Give not this rotten orange to your friend! She is but the sign and semblance of her honour. Behold, how like a maid she blushes there. Oh, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself withal? Comes not that modest blood to witness simple virtue? Would you not, all of you that stand here, swear she were made by these exterior shows, but she is none? She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton!
Lord, if you and your own proof have vanquished the resistance of our youth and made defeat of our virginity.
No! I know you would say that if I'd have known her, and she did embrace me as a husband, and therefore extenuates beforehand sin. No, I never tempted her with word too loud, but as a brother to his sister, showed passion bashful sincerity and appropriate love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Oh, out on thy seeming! You seem to me as Diane in her moon, as chaste as a bud errantly blown, but you are more intemperate in your blood than those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he does speak so wise?
Sweet prince, why speak not you? What? Do I speak? I stand dishonored to think my dearest friend to a common scale. These things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
Oh, this seems not like a nuptial.
True, God.
Leonato, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is that face heroes? Our eyes are home.
All this is so, my lord, but what of it?
Let me but move. One question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have over her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so, as thou art my child.
True. Oh God, how am I mistaken? What kind of catechizing will you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Hero! Marry, that can Hero! Hero itself can blot out Hero's virtue! Who was he met with you out at your window last night betwixt the hours of 12 and 1? If you are a maid, you will answer to this.
I spoke with no man at that hour, my lord.
Well, then you are no maiden!
Leonato, I'm sorry you must hear, but on my honour, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her at that hour last night at a chamber with you, talk to a ruffian who hath, like a most liberal villain, confessed the violent counts they've had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, fie, they are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoken of. There is not chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misconduct.
Oh, hero! What a hero hadst thou been, if half of thy outward graces had been placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most powerful, most fair. Farewell. For thee I will lock up all of the gates of love, and on mine island shall conjecture hang, to turn all thoughts of beauty into harm, and never, never shall it more be gracious.
I have no man to tell you a point for me.
Why, how now, hero? Wherefore sink you down? Come, let us go. These things come thus to light to smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle! Hero! Uncle! Signor Benedick! Friar!
Fate, and take not away thy heavy hand. Death is a fairest cover for our shames that can be wished for.
Hero!
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why does not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could you here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero. Do not open thine eyes. Did I think thou wouldst not quickly die? Thought thy spirits were stronger than thy shames? Myself would, on the rear of reproaches, strike at thy life! Grieved I have but one. Tried I, but that frugal nature frame wrong. One too much by thee, why had I but one? Whatever was thou lovely in my hands? Why had I not? With charitable hand to cover beggar's child at my gates, who smirched thus and murdered infamy. Might have said no part of it is mine. Shame derives itself from unknown ones, but mine I loved, and mine that I was proud of. Mine so much that I myself was myself not mine, valuing her. She, why? She has fallen into a pit of ink that wide ocean hath, drops too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little which may season give to a foul tainted flesh.
Sir! Sir, be patient. I am so apparelled in wonder, I know not what to think.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is blind.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. But this last 12 months, I have been her bedfellow.
Confirmed, confirmed. That is made stronger which before was barred up with ribs of iron. With the prince lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so that speaking of her boundless washed it with tears. Henceforth let her die.
Hear me a little, for I've only been silent so long, and given way unto this course of fortune by noting of the lady. I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start in the face, 1,000 innocent shames and angel whiteness beat away those blushes, and in her eye there has appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my readings, nor my observations, which, with experimental seal, doth warrant the content of my book. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest that all the grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her damnation a sin of perjury. Why seeks thou then to cover with excuse that which appears in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They not put to accuse me. I know none. If I know more than any man alive, and that which maiden modesty doth warrant, then let all my sins lack mercy. Prove you, Father, that any man with me converse to hours unmet, or that I yesternight contained a change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misunderstanding in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honour. If their wisdom be misled in this, then the practice of it lies in John the Bastard, whose spirit toils in vain villainies.
I know not. You speak but truth, well, and these hands shall tear her. But if they thus wrong her honour, the proudest of them shall well hear of it. Time hath not yet so dried up this blood of mine, nor age so eaten my invention, nor fortune made such havoc of my wealth, nor my bad life left me so much of friends, but I shall find a weight in such a kind ability and means and choice of friends to rid me of them thoroughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let her while we secretly kept him, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain the mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument, hang mournful epitaphs, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Marry, this, well carried, shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good, but not for that stream I on this strange course, but on this travail, but for greater birth. She dying, as it must be so maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hero. For it so falls out that what we have we prize not to the worth while we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost, why then, we exaggerate the value. Then we find the virtue the possession would not show us while it was ours. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into the study of his imagination, and every lovely aspect of her life will come apparelled in more precious habits, more moving, delicate, and full of life than when she lived in deeds. Then shall we mourn, if ever love had interest in his heart, and wish he had not so accused her. No, don't he thought his accusation true? Let this be so, and doubt not but success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay it down in likeliness. And if all aim but this be levelled false, the supposition of the lady's death will quench the wonder of her infamy. And if it ends not well, you may conceal her as best befits her wounded reputation in some reclusive and religious life, out of all eyes, tongues, minds, and injuries.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you. And though you know my inwardness and love is very much unto the prince and Claudio, I swear that I will deal as secretly in this as your spirit does with your body.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away, for to strange souls, strangely they strain the cure. Come, lady. Die to live. This wedding day perhaps is but belongs. Have patience and endure.
My lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yeah. No, weep a while longer.
I would not desire that.
You have no need. Do it freely.
Surely, I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
Very even way. No such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office. But not yours.
I love nothing in the world so well as you. It's not that strange.
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say, I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, yet I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou loves me.
Do not swear it, and eat it.
I will swear that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says you love me not.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it, I protest I love thee.
Then God help me.
What offence, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart there is none left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Oh, come on. Not for the wide world.
You kill me tonight. Very well.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I'm gone though I am here. There's no love in you. Faith I will go.
Nay, but Beatrice.
I pray you let me go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight mine enemy.
Oh, it is Claudio, thine enemy.
Is he not approved in the height a villain that has slandered, scorned, dishonoured my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. What? Bear her in hand till they come to take hands, and then, with public accusation, unmitigated rancour, uncovered slander, oh, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Nay, but Beatrice!
Talk with a man out a window, a proper thing.
Beatrice!
Sweet hero! She is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
Princes and counts, a princely testimony, a goodly count, Count Confect, a sweet gallant surely. Oh, that I were a man, or had any friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curtsies, valour into compliment, men turned only into tongues, and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, who only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die, a woman grieving.
Tarry! Good Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by.
Oh, think you in your soul that Claudio, the wronged hero...
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a thought!
I'm engaged. I'll challenge him. I kiss your hand and so farewell. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say she's dead. Farewell.
dissembly appeared?
School and a cushion for the sexton.
Which be the malefactors?
Marry, that is my partner and I.
That's certain. We have the permission to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Aye. Let them come before. What is your name, friend?
Rat.
Pray write down Borachio. And yours, Sirrah?
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrade.
Pray write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir, we hope.
Pray write down they hope they serve God, but write God first, for God forbid that God should come before such knaves. I say to you, it is already proved that you are little better than false knaves, and it shall go near to be thought so shortly. What say you for yourselves?
Master, we say we are none.
A marvellous, witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come here, sir. A word in your ear, Sirrah. I say to you, it is thought you are lying knaves.
We say we are none.
Oh, for God, they're both in a tale. Have you written down they say they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch to honour accusers.
Aye. That's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. I charge you, masters, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Oh, write down Prince John a villain. Why, this is flat perjury to call the prince's brother a villain.
Master Constable Dogberry.
What heard you him say else?
Marry, sir, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John to accuse the lady hero.
Oh, flat burglary as ever was committed.
Yeah, my man, she did.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio turned near upon his words to disgrace hero before the whole assembly.
Oh.
And not marry her.
Oh, thou villain. Thou shalt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else? What else?
This is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly dies. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonato's. I will go before and show him their examination.
Let him write down the prince's officer a coxcomb. Oh, thou naughty varlet.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
upon thee shortly by a good witness. Have a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any in Messina, and one that knows the law. Go to. And a rich family enough. Go to. And one that has had losses, and one that owns 2 gowns, and has everything handsome about him. Oh, that he'd been here to write me down, an ass! Bring them away! Thou villain! Thou knave! Why?